Okay, so the other formation we're going to look at is the Trey Y flex. It's got a flex tight end. Read option's a little more tricky. It's harder to read that block, okay, of the tight end. You can still run it. I'll run it. So you really got to count. You got to really trust that tight end that he can block that guy out there. Now, as you can see, there's no icon on the right, so there's no read guy on the defense. So we'll go ahead and keep it. It's just a harder read option. So I don't know that we really want to read option from this. But what we can do is just keep the ball, right? So if we want to run it, we can keep the ball regardless of what that end does. I'll show you why here in a second. Well, maybe not. It's just harder. I just don't like it as well. It's really hard to run that read option to the right. And here's why. I'll go ahead and keep this one, regardless of what he does. Well, that's not what I wanted to show you. If he chases him down, I'll show you. Okay, so that's one I would keep. I got some decent yards. It's just really busy on that side. So I don't like it as well. Still run it. It's got a nice stick concept. It's got a really good verticals concept. So probably the verticals is one of my favorite plays out of this. Just because that guy's coming underneath. Okay. Alright. Go through a few more here. PA crossers is okay. It's got an outside zone. It's got an inside zone. It's also got an alert screen, the verticals, and the draw. And that's what I like out of this. Outside and inside zone. So we'll call outside zone, and then we have inside zone as an audible, right? I just leave this alone. Call outside zone out of the huddle. Make your read. Then we have our one tech to that side, so we would stay with it. If it's a 3 tech, right, we're going to go inside zone. Alright, go inside zone blocking. Not very good blocking there on the left. It's pretty bad. Again, you can use your tight end packages. So just call outside zone out of the huddle. Alright. You got outside zone, inside zone, the verticals, and then the PA. That's all we really need. That's our pass play. Okay. And again, on this one, tight end sub, tight end slot, so it's 1, 2, 3 over. There is none in this spread, which I didn't really care for it anyway. Trips offset, it's just 1 over. Tight end slots 1 over, 1/2 on that. 3 over on the doubles off, and 3 over on offset. Okay, so doubles offset, Y off, trips offset, and Y flex. So those are our 5 primary formations we're going to use. Okay, along with the run plays you already have. Um, with that, in the shotgun, you got some empty stuff. I'm not sure how to. If you want, I don't know if they got any sub packages that make it look like everything else. I don't think they do. Not really. Okay, but they do have 3 shotgun formations with 12 personnel. Actually, this one is 13 personnel. But we'll go over the 212. So you got ace offset and your slot offset. That will go hand in hand with deuce close, wing slot, doubles, right? So they'll all look the same. So ace offset, we have a read option. I like it. PA read, it's the same PA we've had. Inside zone, outside zone, we can run either one because we have a tight end to that side. Dagger, Z spot. Those are the plays you want. Let's go over Z spot real quick. Here's what I like to do on that. You see how the tight end angles out. I like to put this guy on a outside guy on a streak, and then we're really just reading the running back and the tight end to that side. It's a real easy read. For some reason it's covered. We still have the that deep dig coming on the left side, but I like the angle of that. Well, shit, hit the wrong button. Hit it. Okay. No, I was right. Okay. Just kind of get the read of that. The high-low read on the outside. It gets some of the clutter out by changing the route of that outside receiver. Okay. And then also on the left side you have the, if you've only got 2 defenders on the left, you have the easy read of the tight end, then the dig coming across if it's a middle of the field close look. Just like that. Okay. So this would be our middle of the field close look. We want to go to the left side. If it's open, we want to go right. Correct? So we'll read that tight end. Don't like it, so I'll just take off. But it's a decent pass play. Inside zone. So another one. I'd probably replace these audibles. Okay. Leave inside zone. I don't really like the slants as well. I mean, it's still slant play, but the read option, PA again. Dagger. Dagger's a nice, easy concept to read. And that's pretty much it. But again, call outside zone out of the huddle. And then you take care of a few audibles and then just use your run chart, either inside or outside zone based on what the defense is doing. Run the ball. Right? So there's that formation. And one other thing, the read option, obviously. Now this one is a little nicer because you got, we're not going to fuck with the linebacker on the right, correct? And then we also have a tight end on the left, so we should get really good blocking. Either way, we read this. Okay. So if he doesn't come, okay. So when that read guy's way the hell out there, I'm keeping it. I am definitely keeping it if he's way out there. There's no way he's going to run me down. Just really good blocking on this read option. See, you'll love it. Now something like that, they're going to cheat it. Slant's good for that. Always got to have the slants in a running offense. That one I should have kept. Okay. You get it. You get what I'm saying. PA's the same. And then dagger be your last one. That flanker drive, I don't like it as well. It's harder to read with the tight end in close on that streak. It's a really quick read if you're going to use it, and you want to hit it right there. That's when you would do it. The thing is, you don't have any other plays that have that motion, so maybe if you just put him on a drag and then you run it, that'd be alright. It's going to be delayed a little more though. So that's that. Alright, so the other one out of shotgun is the wing slot. It's got an inside zone. You know, that one, do we put the tight end in motion? Probably. You see a lot of motion plays there. You got a PA power slide. You got a read option. Now the stick nod vertical, I like that because that guy's coming underneath on the left. Don't really like that trap. So this, we'll run the inside zone. We'll just look. But the only thing with the tight end over there, it's going to change the defensive front, so they're going to move to the right. Okay, so that gives us a little more opportunity to run this zone, even though we lack a lot of blockers. The problem is that you're going to have you're going to be counting on that wide receiver out there. All right, so if I was going to run this, I would put it into my my plays where I would probably do this about every time, just to get a blocker over there. Of course, I would normally run on that front, but so spacing in the audibles is a little harder to run. One thing I do like is how this is a deep shot. You can do something like this. Okay, so you can mix that play with your inside zone. Make them look the same.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Okay. And then the other would be not a lot from this formation. I like it from the single back better. You do have a wheel post, so you got a nice cover 3 or match beater on the left if you run that. If I ran it though, I don't know if they'll let him pass block or not. Yeah, they will. So they'll let that guy pass block. So you put him on a pass block, run him across. Gives you a little time to read your concept. Like that. Okay. It's a good formation to run from the right hash as well. Leave him be. You're going to get something like that. It's a little dirty in there, but because he makes that initial that little jig to the right, so it just slows it up. But what you're after is the wheel concept on the right. You're reading it, and then you got that tight end crosser coming around, so your eyes don't have to move a lot. Okay. You can also put the running back to block if you want. Kind of reading the wheel route, and him coming across if that's covered. So, fairly safe play to gouge the defense with. Okay. And then again, just go back to your inside zone if you see the numbers. All that fucking tight end. What the fuck is wrong with this game? That was just stupid. So I moved the tight end over to block. He's not blocking the guy he's supposed to. And he's going over and get... What the fuck? He passes up two guys, lets it go across his... He goes across their face. I mean, if that was a high school kid, he'd be fucking benched. I wonder if that's in the game program that way. If so, we're scrapping this fucking thing. Maybe I'll let him get set. No, he just, wow. He wants to go across. So
36 power.
now we have a safety coming down.
Hey, 0, 0, 0.
Right? Nah, he's worthless. That is absolutely... Just don't even fucking run it. I don't like it. Now, the only thing with the read option from this is... I'll show you. You can run power out of that maybe, but... Is I don't really like it. Just because you got so much ground to go around, you don't know what everybody's going to do. So the only time I'd really run read option on this is either I put that guy in motion or I just run it, always run it to the running back, and not even read. It's just too busy to navigate all that to the right with the quarterback. You're going to take a lot of shots. So if you run a read option, I just hand it off about every time. Partly because we're not going to waste time blocking the read guy, right? So you're going to get pretty good at blocking out of the tight ends on this. So if we run read option on this, we're just going to keep it. Now you can see something like that. You probably could keep it, but that you're going to have a one-on-one with that safety. That'd probably be the only time I'd keep it, if there's no read guy out there. Just beware that safety's got you. Okay, but as you can see, is when you hand it off, it's pretty nice. All right. So that's it for the shotgun plays. The pistol, it's only got two. It's got an ace. It's got inside zone, stretch, read option, slants, you know, normal stuff. The read option on this is, from a pistol, is a little harder. Okay. The only thing is when the quarterback takes off, he can go. It's just harder to do. Your run lanes aren't as nice. I really don't like it as much. Probably most of the time I'm going to keep it if I run it. That would be an advantage of it. Just keep it. Okay, so there's that. So I've eaten up an hour and 20 minutes of your time so far. Hopefully it's been worth it. You know, the stuff you run, you know how to run it. You know it works for you. Not going to mess with that too much. Texas concept's okay. So that wide receiver goes. I don't know what that looks like. It's a good man concept. Maybe that can go with what you do. If you're going to run it, I'd put maybe that guy on a comeback on the left. Read it first. Okay, so if you're going to run that, put him on a comeback. Be about it. Of course, slants always works for everything. This play I like under, and then the dive. Thing is, your formation, it's going to tell the guy what your formation you're in. You only got one of them, so it's just a little mini scheme. You can run under, PA slide, maybe inside zone split, dive, slants, triple option. Takes a little bit to get used to that. Okay, so the triple option's basically a version of the you know, the RPO read that I liked. So that's the good thing from this formation. Okay. Learn to run it. It's fun. If you got the right personnel, right? Okay. So with that play, slants, PA's all right. Here's the other play that we like. Is the under. Probably should have not thrown that. That's when I should run. If you see that guy coming with him like that. That's a decent pass play. Okay. Now see this route on the left? Those are kind of unique. Well, he played inside. Never mind. It's a good play to scramble on. Really is. He doesn't block, so fuck that. So there's that. What's nice is the triple option, and then your inside split zone's pretty easy read. All right, I think that's it. That's all we need to go over. You know how to run this stuff. Pretty basic stuff. I will say this: I don't know how this lead draw works. I haven't ran it. The lead draw was the #1 play that Emmitt Smith ran with the Cowboys. This is a play where he got all his yards. Doesn't work so well with the Seahawks. But it's a nice delayed run. I've never really ran one before, so it's not really in delaying them too much. I'm pretty aggressive on D. No, I don't like it. Used to be a really good play. I ran it in Madden 17, I think. For the most part, though, I like that formation. Kind of spreads the D out a little bit. The ISO's probably fine. The blast is fine. That zone's fine. Okay. That deep in, if we were going to run that, we're going to put that slot guy in a zig. Right? Run a zig. Run that drag concept. Hit that. Throw the pick. But that's the only time I do that, or you just have him go across like that. Okay, that's when I would run that thing. So do one or the other. Okay, nobody's blocking, but you get it, right? You get it. All right, I think I've overloaded you enough, Dex. I think you know what you want to do with this. This other stuff you know how to run. That flanker dig's a good play. It's a hard one to defend. It really is. If they cover that tight end, it's going to be hard to cover that dig over the top of him. So if you got your running plays that you like out of that formation, that's the pass play you want to use. Okay. It's a nice bread and butter play. You'll know better than me from the 21s what you like. I'll show you some. Other than that, that's a great stretch alert bubble. That's a good play. Of course, the dive's probably fine. And flanker dig. And PA post shot. Take a shot towards the end zone, right? So those would be the 4 plays I'd probably use out of that. Okay. I like that. Alright, I'm going to shut her down, I think. I don't think there's anything else we need to go over. You know how to use all this stuff. I'm sure you've been through it a million times with this playbook, except the stuff I just showed you. You're probably very familiar with everything else. So, hopefully the audio fucking works. If it doesn't, I'm going to be pissed because I did 2 videos without checking it. But it should work. So, I'll see you later, brother. If you have any questions, let me know.